Hello, Austin Baxton. Welcome to our second video on what's wrong with Britain and who is removing Christianity from Britain. Who is responsible for the de-Christianization of Europe? And if you go back to my first video in this series, this is part of the series of what's wrong with Britain. I talk about how the fact that in our society today, Britain is being deliberately de-Christianized. There's groups of people who are out there to remove the Christian influence, the Christian gospel, the Christian Bible from influencing our society. We spoke briefly in the first video. I would suggest you strongly recommend you go to the first video on this series. Who is responsible for removing Christianity from Britain? How humanists have de-Christianized Britain over the last 150 years. In that video, I gave an overall summary of what was happening, and I explained how two major groups in our society today, most of them have not got very many members, and at the time that they started, they had very, very negligible members compared to the Christian population. The first one was the National Secular Society. We had a brief look at them. And I also mentioned to you, you can go to their website and see exactly what they're about and exactly what they aim to do. And we talked about the fact that over 150 years they've been campaigning to have a secular agenda established in the nation. A secular agenda is an atheistic, godless, amoral agenda where there is no religious belief or religious system. They argue that they want to do this in the name of freedom and neutrality. That is, they try to argue that our society would be better if it was secularized. But when in fact what is happening is that their beliefs are dominating. Their beliefs about abortion is dominating. Their beliefs about homosexuality is dominating, which is a materialistic, atheistic view. So they are arguing that they want a separation of religion from state politics, that religious beliefs should not influence social policy and education policy, and when all the while they themselves refuse to recognize that they have a belief system called humanism, which is a belief system. They try to argue that this is the default rational perspective, which it is not, because we can get into Christian apologetics and prove the existence of God, but they don't believe that. So they are putting forward their atheistic, godless, amoral, humanist agenda. Okay, so it is not a case of accepting what they are doing, accepting the false belief that we need a secular society. There is no such thing as a secular society. A secular society is a humanistic, atheistic, God